Today's video, we're gonna be discussing some comments we got in the channel. Also, why I am or I'm not going for the fusion of Esme the Dancer. So you guys can make a better decision if you guys should go or not for that fusion. What's up guys, this is your boy Rusian with another Raid Shadow Legends Academy video. So okay, we had a lot of things going on in the comments in the last few days. I really appreciate you guys commenting. So the first thing that was brought to light, someone asked me about the link code below and if that code works or not, because it seems that there are a lot of content creators that do have codes that don't work. Now let's talk about that. First of all, you guys know I have the link below, and if you guys click on this link, you'll be getting 1 legendary and 4 epic champions. And your legendary is Karato the Fox Hunter, and then you get Uugo at 25, Rector Drath at level 40, Tagoar at 45, and Mausoleum Mage at level 50. Now the most important thing is, just by clicking on the link, it still allows you to get your free champion with a promo code. So your new player promo code is still valid even if you use the link below. That's one of the main things you guys have to understand. And yes, I did test the link and it works. So that's a very important thing. Now, I feel one of the risks that may happen to some content creators, if you're looking at the link code that is maybe like 1 or 2 years old, you may have some issue. As of now, my link works and I'll update you guys if anything. Second comment, it had to do with why I was going for the fusion, because it's very hard at this point of the account, possible, feasible, but very, very hard. And the other thing is, a lot has to do with, is that champion good enough? And also, why not opening my shards when I have a 2x? Now, let's talk about it. So when you have a brand new account, a lot of times it is better for you to open your shards on a 2x event. You have a better chance to complete it and not spend all your resources. So this is true. Now, you guys gotta remember, this is Raid Shadow Legends Academy. Those videos, I try to show you guys what is possible and what you can do to better your account. If I was running that account to be my main account, would I be going for Esme the Dancer? I don't know. So let's look really quick at her kit. So on the A1, she has Blade Juggler. Attacks one enemy, plays 50% increased attack buff in all allies for 1 turn, was pretty good in the most of the A1. So depending on the situation, you can pretty much just run the A1 and you get increased attack non-stop to all your champions. On the A2, Earth Dancer level 1, attacks all enemies, has 75% chance of placing a 25% weaken debuff and a block buffs debuff for 2 turns, and it's on a 4-turn cooldown, and 3 if you book the champion. Now on A3, you have Blessing of the Sands, place 50% increased accuracy buff and 30% increased speed buff in all allies for 2 turns, has a 75% chance of removing all buffs from all enemies if Moto the Pew is on the same team, blah blah blah. Alright, and that's on a 4-turn cooldown if you guys book. So it is a very solid champion, the most for a new account. You're gonna have a lot of use of her, be on Hydra, be against clan boss, against waves, everything. Would I have gone for this champion on this account I start at level 41? Would I have gone? Probably not. Probably would have waited for 2x event and opening my shards then. Now, why am I going for? It's just to show you guys that it's possible. Like, I tried to explain to you guys on early videos, maybe someone didn't catch, but yes, that is my main idea to go for Esme the Dancer. Just to show that it can be hard, but you can still do. Now, why a new account like this shouldn't be going for her? Well, it's because, let me say the next fusion is a fusion like Armand's. Fusion that you cannot miss or it really gonna affect your account. You will not have resources, because for you to get most of the resources you will need to the fusions, you need to be advancing on the clan boss. And the reason for that is you will not be getting sacred shards until the ultimate chest on Nightmare. So if you cannot defeat the clan boss on Nightmare, you'll not be getting sacred shards. And to be honest, you need a lot of the other shards to be able to complete any shard pulling event on fusions. So that's the main reason why you would be saving it. It's for that case. And you know, when you're not sure you're going to be able to finish a fusion, if I do, it's great, I have another legendary, but if I don't, it may affect my account because I would have had a better chance to get legendary champion by just opening shards on a 2x. So yes, that comment was very valid, but like I said, I do content creation and I try to show things that are possible and not possible. But if you guys have any questions why I'm making certain choices in the account, and I'm so sorry it's rush hour right now, why I'm making those decisions, well, basically is I want to just be able to show you guys what you need to do to achieve a fusion, even on a new account. So those are the main comments I felt I should address with you guys. So let's take a look where we are in the fusion right now. Gear enhancement event. I have a major rule that is I will not level any gear that I don't need at the time or that I don't want to actually switch another champion. The reason for that is you end up spending a lot of silver for no reason. So as you guys knew, I've been holding on, putting better gear on my champions. Wasn't exactly to wait for the fusion. For the most part, it had to do with I was just waiting for better gear because the gear I had could do the job to the stage I was at, and I didn't feel I would actually advance far enough to excuse me spending tens of millions of silver to not get anywhere. Now, I did have half decent equipment that was worth me to actually get to level 16, level 12. So that's what I did. And as it is, I'm almost here where I'm gonna be getting the next fragment. Now, one of the main issues, and you guys have to understand, it doesn't matter if on a competition account, it doesn't matter if that's a plain free-to-play or main account, or if that's a pay-to-win account. The thing that usually gonna kill your resources the most is Dungeon Diver. And the reason is, the way I always felt is that if you complete, for example, we have right now Spider going on, Fire Knight's coming next. If you were to max out the board in both of them, you should have enough points to complete Dungeon Divers. That's not true. That's really not true. I'm not even half. I mean half to get the first 5 fragments. So yes, Fire Knight probably gonna get me extra points because I'm not going to be getting uncommon gear, but it's still not gonna get me that close to here. And now you guys can think, okay, but that's a new account. I have the same problem on my pay-to-win account, my main account. It's always like this. Now, don't take me wrong, I'm not going to say infinite resources, but I have a lot of resources on my main account, and I do need some better gear because I'm building up the account better right now. So I have no problems running Fire Knights, and the most because regen and Savage gear. Probably need a decent stun set as well, so I can just run it, no issues. For this account, we'll have to work out resource because as of right now, we only have 1 day and 8 hours. What it means, by the time Fire Knight drops, we have 24 hours to complete. So if I need to come in here and get my resources, get my energy from gems, I will. And I have 1595 gems, but I already planned on that. So on missions, arbiter missions, tomorrow I believe, we're opening the Spirit Keep, so I will be running this first, getting that, getting some of those gems, and moving on partially here. But I really need to guess if I'm actually wasting more than not. And probably I feel I maybe use more energy than I actually gonna be getting. So let's redact that. And so the other way is you can come in challenge and artifacts. So here I would be using some energy, but it's on normal campaign. But I believe it starts around part 3 or 4, you start getting just energy from there. So, and you get a big amount of energy in comparison to what you're spending. You do have to spend some silver in some cases, but it's not such a big issue. So I probably could run in here, get to the next parts until I hit energy and start working on more energy. So this also can be done. I'm probably gonna be hitting those gems and not feel guilty about it because in the end of the day, it's probably gonna be worth it in the most because the investments are already done with energy. Now, the other type of events you usually have is champion training event. What, to be honest, it's very easy in the most on this level account because your plan should be getting all your champions level 60, even if that's not a brand new account. You usually work on that. So champion training event, usually it's not too bad. There are some tricks to do to complete this. And the most when you have like an older account when you're not just manually leveling all your champions. And it's pretty much coming here. Let me say I have this G-Zod in here, and I'll put, for example, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I believe it's 5 I usually do. Yeah. So 5 brews on him. Oh, 6 brews, sorry, on him. And then next, because you get points per level. And usually, I believe they cut. Used to be that 3-star champions used to get pretty decent, not great, but pretty decent points. Now they don't. So any 4-star champion, just put a cup of brews, even if they're food. Before you use them as food, just put a cup of brews. Same thing goes for 5-star champions, and you should be able to max. So as you guys see here, I've been saving my brews, so I have a pretty good amount for a new account. So I could actually have leveled in this way, but I decided that I also need the silver, so I just leveled in campaign. Now, tournaments, the main thing for you guys to watch is you have those other tournaments going on a lot of times at the same time. And to be honest, things like Sand Devil, because it's turn related, you will never be able to actually achieve anything without a huge amount of energy. Plus, a lot of them, they just pop up during fusions. Make sure, check all those tournaments and make sure they don't give you fragments. I've seen some weird times where if you are, for example, first or second in one of those tournaments, you may get like 5 fragments or something like this. So just watch, but I wouldn't commit to any of this unless you have a lot of resources or not going free to play. Same thing for Queen's Fury. Very interesting things I could be able to get in here, but again, can't afford to be going for. So Spider, really way too much energy. I spend about 1500 energy to get to 950 points. It is what it is. Would love that shard, but I would not spend the energy I need for that. Not worth it. So, and tomorrow we have Fire Knight. So Fire Knight's another one. If you're doing like me, even in an older account, a lot of times better to just get up to the fragment and stop right there, unless you have extra energy. Now, talking about extra energy, you guys have to remember, every 24 hours, you get 460 energy free, just out of replenishment. And why does it happen? Is because you get 1 energy every 3 minutes. A lot of times, if you are pushing for a fusion like this, one of the best things to do is run all your energy like I just did. And right now I'm about to get another one in 58 seconds, 57. So just calculate your time, set up a clock. Oh yeah, in 2 hours they're gonna be replenished. In 2 hours, go in, run what you have to run, come back 2 hours later, whatever amount of time, and it should be fine. So that's one of the tricks. That's why a lot of people with very low resources are able to complete. Should I have a problem to complete Fire Knight? No. Just this energy alone, because it's 3 days, right? So running 3 days on Fire Knight, I should be using, I'm gonna get free without doing anything, 13 to 1400 energy. Not counting what you get free from the shop, right? Every other day you get like a free potion. You also get some extra energy from doing your quest, and you know, you just get free energy from other places. So you shouldn't have a problem running any of the dungeons, okay, and completing what you need. But still, like I said, dungeon divers may or may not be able. So the only time I may use gems is if I get to here and it's getting very close and I didn't reach that mark, 4650. Then I may have to use gems to run any dungeon at that point. I need to find out what Fire Knight's gonna be having, because if that's Radiant or Savage, it is worth for you guys to just run that dungeon and get some really good gear. So if not, I may even run Dragon, because it can go higher-ish. So I should be able to get higher gear and knock down some of those points. So yeah, guys, that's usually how you should be choosing when to go for fusion or not. I felt I should explain to you guys why I'm going. I'm going because I'm a content creator and I want to be able to show you guys if that's possible or not. Again, I may still fail on that fusion. That could happen. Okay, so, but that's the plan. That's what I'm doing. Should you do in a new account? It depends. Do you want to try to test yourself and see if you can manage resources well? Go ahead. If you want to have that account for a very long time, probably hold on to your resource. Man, I know that's New York City, but I feel like this place is burning down. I think we're on fire right now. Anyway, guys, I appreciate every single one of you. Thank you very much. And as always, I'll see you in the game.